Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Glow. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. I repeat, welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. You do not want to miss this show. Okay, the title of the show is Are Women Too Independent to Be Wives and Mothers These Days? Are women too independent to be wives and mothers today? Somebody got to let me know about that. I mean, that is a problem, I think, bro. So we want you to throw your cash apps up. Y'all know how we do it. Throw your like and share the page. Like and share the page. Okay. Ask questions. You know what it is. You know what time it is. Are women too independent today to be wives and mothers? I think so, bro. I think they done got way out there. I think they done got too independent. I think that they don't think that they need a man, or they think that they can tell the truth. What does that do? That take away from the man. We want everybody to highlight this post, highlight this show with at everyone. Is that it?
Yeah, at everyone, at highlight, at followers is different on different phones. But you already know it's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Share, like we just said. At everyone the post, at follow the post, call in, get a cash app. Simple as that. It's time to tell the truth. So the first thing we want to do, we want to first start off by saying this show right here, we just calling it like it is. This show not meant to bash women or nothing like that.
Right.
We just want to, get to the truth in the matter.
Yeah. And we want to get y'all opinion on the matter, because some people has been saying that, well, they can't get along with their wives because now they're having major disagreements over one thing. Is that because the man can't tell the woman what to do nowadays because she's too independent? She's got to own everything, so she feels like she don't need him. What is that, Blo?
Well, first of all, the first thing we want to do is we want to get some positives of being independent.
Right.
Hey, what's going on, bro? What's going on? All right, so the first positive of being independent is the fact that you're not having to depend on nobody else.
Now that's a good thing. Okay, that's a good thing for a woman. I feel like it's a good thing for a woman to be independent. I think everybody agrees on that.
Yeah.
But the problem is you get too independent. You don't have to depend on nobody for anything, and that presents a problem.
Yeah, because you should have to.
Exactly.
As well as I should have to.
Exactly.
I'm an independent man, but when I get with a woman, I should be able to have to depend on her as well as she depend on me.
Right. Because
we have to depend on each other.
Right.
When we have to be very dependent. Because like 80% of men are not providers anymore. You got men that will not get jobs and switch positions, men being stay-at-home daddies, which is no problem. Well, I think it's a problem.
Yeah.
But then complain about women becoming independent.
What you got to say about that, Blo?
Well, I don't think it shouldn't be no stay-at-home daddies.
Right. Well,
I mean, I'm gonna be all the way honest. If you're able-bodied, if you ain't sick or got health issues, you need to be at work.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Well, I agree with that.
I think that's the way it's supposed to be. See, a lot of times we got to realize that we made things that aren't supposed to be a certain kind of way normal.
Right.
All these independent women, it really ain't supposed to be like that.
Right. Exactly. I mean, women want to be independent, but I think they want to take on the role of the man. It's changing like that. I know what most men don't like to get in the kitchen and cook. Okay. Most women, and we talking about the most, they don't want to get outside and cut grass.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm depending on her to have dinner cooked. She depending on me to have the grass cut. That's a dependence that needs to be.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That needs to happen. If that's not if she wants to go and cut the grass and you don't want to cook, that presents a problem right there.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just saying that now we got a problem because she wanting to do what you was doing and you don't want to do what she was doing. And we got a big issue, a big problem.
Yep.
So that's being, I think, too independent.
All right. Another positive to being independent is making decisions based on your needs.
Right. That's an independent move.
Yeah, that's an independent move. Just solely making a decision based on you.
Right. on you and what you got to do without any regard to anybody else.
Yeah.
That's fine for you, but does it help as a whole? What if you say your wife wanted a new car and she's got the money to go get it? Okay. But it's not conducive to the whole theme of what y'all got going on. So where will the common ground lay?
Yeah, that's a good one. If we don't both need it, we have to both agree that that we need it.
Right, exactly.
And that goes into being a mother as well. A lot of times, a lot of moms think about what they think the child needs.
Right, but they don't consult anybody else, and that's the problem. They don't ever consult the dad. If you think the child just needs something and you don't consult the dad, then that's a problem.
Yeah, or if you think that the child only needs you, then that's a problem too.
That's a big problem.
And just like we say, we could point the blame at each other. Just like you say, you got some 80% of. I don't think it's that many percent of men.
No.
Being honest, I'll probably say 50-50.
Right.
But I'm definitely not gonna say no 80% of men not providers anymore.
Right.
I don't.
No, I don't think so either. I don't know where that stat came from. But you got men that don't do their part, and you got women that don't do their part. But let's talk about the ones that are doing their part. And let's talk about the ones that can't find common ground, because a lot of times, unbeknownst to the woman, a man is not happy in that situation.
Hey, well, you got to let a man be a man.
Exactly.
That's a part of being a man. You got to let the man be the man. And when you being independent, well, we're going to show a video. And the video pretty much break down what I'm about to say. If y'all 50-50, let me see. Then you communicate and make agreements and compromises. Got to work together.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the way it should be anyway.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
shouldn't even be if y'all is 50-50. That's the way it should be.
Okay, now, but it's still 50-50 presents a problem also. And let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, somebody got to make the final decision. If we 50-50 on something and it's a final decision got to go, who do that final? That's just like the last piece of chicken. I'm not, the first piece of chicken, like we talked about on the show before. Who makes the final? If it's a head of the household, then I personally think the man should make the final decision. Now, I don't know how people feel about that. I don't know how you feel about that, but the final decision has got to go to somebody. Somebody's got to make it. If the man is going to be responsible for his family, I believe that how to go to him. Now, if the woman going to be responsible for the family, I think the final decision ought to go to the woman. But in most cases, the man wants to make the final decision because he feels more responsible for the whole family. Now, we talked about this before on the show, Blow, that I personally believe that men are more family oriented than women. Why? Because a woman would talk about her and her kids. And the first thing she would say is that I ain't taking care of no man. A man won't say that.
Yeah, you're right.
A man will not say that. A man will take care of the woman and the kids and won't be talking about she ain't taking care of no woman.
What he ain't gonna do.
Yeah, exactly.
The man is the head, period. We all got our roles to play.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's a lot of people now, and they have been taught in school that there are no gender roles. And me and Bro, we was talking about that, how these kids got to where they are today, because school taught them that it's no gender roles, which it is a gender role. It's a role to be played. Even if you got two men in a relationship, somebody's got to play the role of the woman. Somebody's playing that role. You got two women, somebody's playing the role of a man. It's a role. It's a role. We got roles to play. And like I said, I think a man is more family oriented than a woman is, although she proclaimed to be, but a woman is more herself and child oriented than family, because she will leave the man out every time. She will leave him out. She will say my child. She won't say our child. Y'all women think about that. You'll say my child like the man don't even exist. You can have your husband, your other significant other right beside you, and you'll be talking about my child.
Yeah.
And he over here looking at you crazy. Oh, when did you just decide to have that by yourself? And now when it comes to payment, you talking about his child. See how that works? That's how that works. I'm just saying that's how it goes. So, women have to become more thoughtful, I would say, about some of these situations. They think it's easy because we make it look easy. But I would gladly switch with my wife. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And it's not easy.
And then another thing I have with that comment that the person made about being 80%, 80% of men ain't doing this. I'm gonna be honest. If you got a man that ain't doing nothing and you the woman that he want to be with, he gonna start doing something.
Yeah, he should.
He will.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
will.
If he the one.
Ain't nowhere in the world I want you and I ain't up to the level I know I need to be. I'm gonna get there.
Right.
Because you gonna make me want to be there.
Right. See, a man has it harder because, like I said, he has to take in account of the children, the household, and the woman. The woman don't have to take in account nothing but the household and the child. She don't have to have the man on her shoulders. That's a lot of weight. Okay, that is a lot of weight. And when you don't have all that extra weight, then it makes it a lot easier. I'm just telling y'all that because these women seem to overlook this stuff. I'm not bashing women because some of them do a pretty good job. Yeah, but you got to know where to stand and when to stop being independent. See, you can be independent, but it's a time you don't need to be independent. Now, do you know that role? Do you know what time that is? Do you know when that is?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it like this. This is the best way to put it. An independent woman in a relationship is out of order.
Absolutely.
Because if you're independent and you're in a relationship, then the relationship go malfunction.
Exactly.
There's a difference between being independent and a woman that knows how to be independent.
Absolutely.
If you know how to be independent, then that means that if you have to activate that, you can turn it on.
Exactly.
But just coming in, I'm independent, no, that ain't gonna work.
That ain't the design. That ain't the way it was made up. That wasn't the way it was geared to start with. We wasn't like that.
We're gonna get into this video right quick.
We'll get back to the comments in a minute.
Yes, sir.
So, one of the biggest issues I come across with women today is this independent woman mentality. And I used to actually call it independent woman syndrome. And I had a lot of people get mad at me because, like, what are you trying to call this, a disease? You're trying to make independent women a bad thing? I'm not calling it a disease, but it is a problem. And let me explain why it's a problem. First and foremost, I think there is a lot to love about a woman who knows how to be independent, who knows how to take care of herself. She doesn't have to rely on other people to get things done. She's a go-getter. She makes things happen. She handles her business. That should be respected and honored. But notice what I said. A woman who knows how to be independent. The problem or the concern I have is when you call yourself an independent woman, you are defining yourself by the exact thing that chokes life out of a relationship: independence. Because for a relationship to thrive, you need interdependence. We have to rely on each other, trust each other, lean on each other. If we don't have a teamwork environment in our relationship, it's going to fail. So when you view yourself and call yourself an independent woman, you have a harder time getting out of that mindset. You have a harder time letting down the walls necessary to embrace someone doing for you, to embrace leaning on them and trusting them and coming together with them. And listen, independence isn't just an issue for women. If a man becomes too independent in a relationship, it will destroy the relationship. If he starts making decisions and doesn't consult you, doesn't consider your feelings, guess what? You will feel devalued. You won't feel loved. It will cause a huge problem. So it happens the same way on the other side. So I would encourage all women, as of today, stop calling yourself an independent woman. You're a woman who knows how to be independent. It's a skill. And when it's a skill, you use it when necessary and you turn it off when necessary. And when you're
Absolutely. The man is spot on. He is spot on right now. You use this when necessary. You turn it on, you turn it off. A too independent man is the same way in reverse. I get that. I understand that. But you can be. And now when you that independent, it affects the children. It affects you being a mother, and it also affects you being a wife.
Yep.
And being honest with you, that's why a lot of women are not married today. They too independent. If a man comes in and see you too independent, he don't want nothing to do with that. Why don't he want nothing to do with that? The first thing he's going to say is that she's too controlling.
I mean, the whole thing is the relationship is going to be out of order. It's not, nothing's going to go the way that it's supposed to go.
Right.
Just like that person say 80% of the men stay home and be stay-at-home daddies and play video games. So now what he gonna tell you?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. I want
Yeah,
to know.
exactly.
I want to know what he gonna tell you. I'm old and broken. Was brought up that the man takes care of the big things and the woman supports and helps them with the small things.
That's all a man actually needs, really. To be honest with you, a man don't really have a lot of big needs. All he has is, if he's a man, if he's taking care of his business, he don't need a bunch of big things.
Nope.
What does he need? That's why the women get the mindset of, I ain't taking care of a man. Why would you get that mindset? Because
like you ain't like you got to do a whole bunch for him.
Exactly.
A real man.
Not a real man, you ain't gonna have to do a whole lot for him because he's gonna be in there taking care of his own. That's it. But the small things is what he have a problem getting to.
Yeah, and that's the thing he said. You got to know how to turn it on and turn it off.
Exactly.
But if you meet a man and you want to be with that man and y'all want to get married or have kids together, then you can't be. You have to be a woman that knows how to be independent.
Exactly.
You can't be as independent as you are right now.
Exactly. If you single and you independent, that's different. Everybody know that. You out there on your own doing your own thing. But now once you come in there play with somebody else, it's a whole different ball game.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to trust them and depend on them.
Right. Right.
If you're independent, you don't need me.
That's the way men feel. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's the way it is.
That's the way a man feels. For all you women out there watching, that's how a man feels. If you that independent, what do you need a man for? Because he wants to be needed.
Sandwich, sex, cleaning. I'm kidding. Hey, that's pretty close.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't too far off there.
Yeah, absolutely. Throw your cash outs up, like and share the page. We got something coming. This is a big show today. We're going to be talking about a lot. Okay. We're going to get into some more stuff, but we want to clear up this woman and independence. Do everybody understand that a woman can be too independent? Even a man can be too independent. But do everybody understand? But by a woman being that independent, it affects her as a mother and it affects her as a wife.
Yes.
And it, like Flo said, it destroys the relationship.
All
of that independence, all that being too independent, it destroys relationship.
I mean, that's what's wrong with a lot of these parents thinking they want to raise their child on their own. Look here, man. If you lay down and make a baby with somebody, you got to try. You got to try.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You can do it on your own, man, but that person got a whole, man, that's a life.
Yeah.
A lot of times they say that's your kid. Okay, yeah, that's your kid, but that's your kid with a life. What if you raise that kid and you want to keep him away from his daddy's side of the family and his daddy, and then something happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you got a whole life out here that's got a whole nother side of his family that he don't even know because your selfishness, your independence.
Absolutely. Let's put that comment right there. Okay, let's get into that a little bit. Let's dig into that. Exactly. A real man. These boys can't do it. What make boys men, Flo?
A good woman.
Because
I'm gonna be all the way honest. If I ain't got nothing and I meet me a woman that I know I want to be with, and I'm pretty sure a lot of men experience this, ain't have nothing, and met a woman and want to be with him, and she have got something going on, he know he gonna have to get it together.
Right.
One way or another. If I ain't got no job and I meet a woman and I want that woman and I know I want to be able to take her places and buy her things, I'm going to get a job.
Well, the thing about that is, bro, how do a boy transition from a boy to a man? A boy usually watches dad. That he usually take from his dad the things on how to be a man. Now, if it's no man in the house, where did this boy get the manly ideas from? Is it down the street? Is it around the corner? Is it on the corner? That's where he's gonna have to get it from.
Yep.
He gonna get it from somewhere. Okay, he gonna get some manly ideas from somewhere. If a man is not in that house and a man ain't taking charge and he see a man handling business, he gonna go down the street and that's where he gonna get his manliness from.
Yep, you're right.
I can guarantee you that he's gonna get it from somewhere. If he's gonna be a man, he might get a lot of women tendencies by being around the house too much.
Yep, and just like you say, these boys out here today, best believe he ain't been around no real man.
Exactly. That's the problem. That is the hugest problem right there. Or he's been around a too independent woman. You see what I'm saying? His whole life. This woman has been independent and too independent, and that's what happens. And she caters to him. Okay, now he don't even know how to be a man.
Yeah. Now he got a woman that let him play stay-at-home daddy on the game all day. And
Exactly.
she go and work and he ain't doing nothing.
Why? Because mama did that. Let him lay in there. Didn't teach him how to do nothing. He didn't know how to get a job. We see it all too often today. That's a fact. Them facts right there.
I was a single parent, and it was the toughest thing a man could do. I was lucky that I was they was boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It would have been much harder if they was girls. I mean, because you need that. Because he can't teach them the girl thing. I'm just sorry. She gonna be more of a tomboy if he's raised by dad.
Mhm.
I
do
can tell
not
you
agree
that.
with parents keeping kids away from the other parent. No,
No.
you'll send them somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's what I don't
absolutely.
understand. Your child can't see his daddy, but he over there at his aunt house.
Right.
He over there at his uncle house. He over there at his grandma house. But he can't go to his daddy house. Now, somebody got to make that make sense to me. He can't go to see his daddy. You know, you done gave him a whole nother daddy, but his daddy alive, and you done go and he over grandma house. He
Yeah.
at his uncle house, at his aunt house.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, this stuff don't make no sense. That's a life.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a lot of people like, you know,
Can be a catch-22. Yeah, it can be a.
yeah, being independent is a great thing. There's
Yeah.
nothing really negative about being
No,
independent.
it's a lot of good things
When
come
you-
out there.
Look, being independent is perfect when you're simple,
Yeah.
but it's out of order when you are trying to be in a relationship. Because
Exactly.
if you want to do everything your way every time what you say go, that's not gonna work
Exactly. Not in a relationship.
with a man or a woman.
Yeah, but and we talked about this earlier. Somebody got to make the final decision. On a 50-50 thing, I'm saying no, you saying yeah, you independent. I'm saying don't get that car right now. You go get it anyway. Who makes that final decision? That I think it comes down to that. And like I said before earlier, if a man is taking the responsibility of the whole household, of making sure that them lights is gonna stay on, it's gonna be some food in that house, you know they're gonna have a place to stay, and everything's gonna be taken care of, the kids gonna get what they need, and he got all of that, I think it go to him.
I mean, that's respectable.
I think it go to the man. I think that final decision should go to the person. And if the woman, hold up, that's in counter respect too. If a woman is doing all that and taking care of everything, that go to her.
I mean, but like you said, if she got a car, she just want another car because she got the money for another car. Hold up, we could take that and do something else with that.
Right.
We could invest that, put that here, save that, so we could be more comfortable in the situation we in. Now, if it ain't no car and the woman want to get a car, she got
Right.
the money to get a car. Then,
Absolutely.
as a man, I had to say, you know what, baby, you need a car. We go get a car.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is facts right there. But somebody has to make that final decision. If we got kids and I say, no, I don't want you to go to that dance, and mom over here saying, go to the dance, what does that do?
Yeah, that causes the same thing. The daddy can't get the piece of chicken first over the kids cost.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
the same thing that costs. Okay, well, you don't want me to eat. You want to feed your kids first, but I'm the one to keep the lights on. and the only thing that's negative go come out of you giving me chicken first and them sitting there, and then you bringing their chicken over, them to say, mama respect daddy, I better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing it's going to do.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing negative coming from you, they go giving the man the piece of chicken first over your child 2 seconds later.
Right.
But that, the respect.
What
The setting the standard of the daddy, the head, then the mama, then the kids. You got a lot of times, and the biggest problem is y'all. A lot of women. I ain't gonna say y'all women because I ain't no disrespect, but a lot of women have no respect for a man, their child's parent, their husband, or nothing, and the kids follow suit.
Well, what happens is they normally fall into their feelings. Every moment with a child should be a teachable moment. They should be learning something in everything. Even with a piece of chicken, they how to learn, just like you said, Blo. Look, it's a head to this thing. It ain't just something that we do. I see the respect coming to dad. Okay, I got to respect dad because mom respect dad. If mom disrespect dad and won't even feed him, what do you think the children gonna do? And not only won't they respect dad, they're gonna go out there and won't respect the police officer. They won't respect the bus driver. They won't respect the coach. They won't respect the teacher. That's where that comes from.
Yep.
All that comes from that. And all that comes from being too independent.
And I remember that when I was a little boy in my grandma's house. My granddaddy was 65, 70 years old. I'm 3, 4 years old. He's sitting at the head of the table. She taking his plate in there first.
Exactly.
He eating first.
Exactly. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's an order, this thing. If you, just like Bro was talking about, you're out of order. If you destroy the order of things, then you mess it all up.
Yep.
It's an order to this stuff, and people got to see it. Kids got to see it. Why you think kids are out of order? Because the order has been destroyed. The order was destroyed when women became too independent. I said that long time ago. Hey, what's up? What's up, Mike?
What's going
We
on,
see
buddy?
you. We see you out there. We appreciate you joining in. Throw your cash apps up, like and share the page. Are women too independent today to be wives and mothers? Okay. I'm saying that it's a way to turn that thing off, and you got to learn where to turn it off at.
Yep, you got to turn it off.
Yeah.
Yep, it's okay to be independent. It's
Right.
a difference. There's a difference in being independent and knowing how to be independent.
Absolutely.
And when you single, independence is, hey, that's just,
It's easy.
hey, that's survival 101. That's how you survive.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't
easy.
survive without being independent.
Yeah.
You got to take care of you. I mean, that's one thing about it, man. Two independent people can have the best relationship because I know how to take care of me. If anybody, you can't nobody afford, don't nobody need to be in a relationship if they're not independent.
Right. Exactly.
How
Exactly.
we go sit? How we gonna go out to eat if I can't afford to pay for mine and yours? If I
Right.
can't afford mine, I know I can't afford yours.
Absolutely.
If I can't pay a bill of my own and keep my own lights on in my own house, you definitely ain't got no business dealing with me.
Right. That's true.
I mean, and then that's another thing I think about a real man, man. I think a real man don't want to be a stay-at-home daddy playing the video game all day. I don't think it's hard for me to believe.
Well, the main thing should be on a father. You know, we're supposed to be a provider and a protector, right? Them two things should come naturally to a man. That's what they should want to do. Whether they do it or not, they should want to do it. Okay? That's a fact. Submission is dead.
Submissiveness.
No, submissiveness is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they have some kind of way turned that into a slave. You know, I'm not gonna be your slave. I'm not. It ain't about being no slave. You just help me with the little things I got. You have to compliment me.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to compliment me. What I mean by that, and women, y'all have to compliment the men, your husbands, your significant other. I don't know.
There's
like
nobody on the planet.
yeah.
Find me one to do.
Well, you have to compliment somebody. If I'm busy working, I'm just give you a scenario. If I'm busy working, say a bill comes in, okay, that's too high. I ain't got time to mess with that, but the woman should be up on that type of stuff. She should be already on the phone checking on my money if I'm paying the bill. She shouldn't let nothing get by with $1 that's overcharging me, and I'm out there working to take care of everything.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. That compliments me
Yep.
because that helps me.
That's knowing
when I ain't got time.
That's knowing how to be independent.
Exactly. Yeah. Where a true independent woman would say, "You better take care."
Yep.
They wouldn't even try. You would have to come in knowing you ain't had time to call these people all day, anything like that. You don't even know where to find the number at and stuff like that. And they can do this stuff, and it's simple as that and easy.
But that's why, and that's what he said. That's why we made to compliment each other.
Right.
That's women's strong points.
Right. Exactly.
Man, a man with his own house, his own car, his own lights, his own everything, man. Hey, man, that's kind of hard for a man to get off work, have to sit down and call this person. That can be done, have been done.
Yeah.
Know how to do it.
Right.
But that's a woman's thing. A woman can handle that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way men feel. I'm telling y'all women out there today, this is just the small
But
thing.
women
That's
know that.
nothing
But
big.
women know that that's a small thing.
Yes.
That's a small thing.
Yes. If you helping him take care of these small things, but if you wasting his money, you don't care about them people sending him a bill with $100 over. That's money you could have, but you didn't want to go get it and make sure that he got it. It's a problem. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, you can be too independent out here. You
Well,
absolutely can.
Well, we got a question. We got a question that came up, and this is a question we just want everybody feedback and honest opinion on this question. All right, I'm gonna let you present the question because it's
Okay. All right. A man buying a drink for a woman in a bar. Is that the same thing as a woman accepting a drink in a bar? Okay. Now, let me repeat that question. Hey, we might have an extra $10 for somebody who's get the best answer to this question. Is it the same thing as a man buying a drink for a woman in a bar as a woman accepting a drink from a man in a bar? Is that those two the same thing? Now, what I mean by that is if if you bought a woman a drink in a bar, would your wife or woman be mad about that, upset about that? I'm sure she would.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if a woman accepts a drink in a bar from a man, should the man be equally upset? Is that the same thing? Because it's going to go back to one thing.
Motive.
Motive. What's the motive in sending the drink, and what's the motive in accepting the drink? Now, some would say, and we got a part 2 to this question, but some would say, well, it ain't no harm in accepting no drink, but you just accepted the motive.
Yes.
Yeah,
If every woman can agree that if they man buy another woman a drink, he has a motive.
Right. If they agree that when he buys another woman a drink that he has a motive, then you got to accept that when a drink come to you, it's a motive.
It's with the motive.
It's with the motive, and you just accepted a motive.
So let's not know it all on one side and know nothing on the other.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same. But tell me what killed me. We got a caller. It's time to tell the truth.
Oh, yeah, I had to call in on this one.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you said, it's the motive. It's according to if a man send me a drink in a restaurant or a bar, and he been looking at me, whatever question he's asking with that drink, when I accept it, I will say yes to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody said, yes, same thing.
People buy drinks that didn't want anything, just out there big balling, spending money, buying the whole table of drinks.
And that's one thing about it too. Everybody don't have it to give.
Exactly.
And I don't always have it to give.
Right.
But I might be somewhere at a place and I see some people buying some drinks and I say, hey, round on me.
Right, exactly. It don't have to always be a motive to it.
Right, that's it. It don't always have to be a motive. I've been places where a guy covered our whole tab. It was like 3 or 4 of us the whole night, and we were watching a playoff game, like 2 playoff games back to back. We ate, we drank. It was like 4 or 5 hours. He covered everything.
Right.
Covered everything. And,
Well, but definitely the same. If she or he is involved with someone, they shouldn't even be out without each other. Well, I don't agree with that.
No,
I don't agree with that. I mean, that goes into 2 independent people being together.
Right.
You gotta trust.
Right.
You gotta have trust. It kinda.
Yeah, kinda. Well, kinda. Well, that's a difficult question because let me ask the second part of this question then. Can a man even give a drink to another person?
Nothing but I see you.
Well, let me ask this question. Can a man have pure motives and just buy somebody a drink for nothing?
I would say yes, but I would say it's probably more times than it
is than not.
Motive. Yeah.
Right. Because some people have a natural gift of giving. Okay, that's from God.
Yeah,
they give.
And some people just give because they have it to give.
Exactly. I've seen that. It doesn't have to be a motive. Absolutely not.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't always have to be a motive. Caller, we thank you for calling in on that because that's absolutely true. It don't always have to be a motive behind something that somebody done, but it's the same thing. I agree with that person up there said that it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's absolutely the same thing, one way or the other, because you can't accept a drink without accepting a motive. If all men send things out with a motive, you just accepted the motive.
Yeah.
It's the motive that you said that somebody else would have. You just accepted that motive.
Yeah, I mean, but now if my lady out with a friend, and this a guy might be trying to get the friend,
right,
or just trying to impress both of them. You know
right,
what I mean?
Right.
And if they drinking, then hey,
right.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, that's a
You
question.
can have pure motives, but I don't. Oh, that's what I'm saying. More than likely, there is a motive, and that's right to assume that
it
is. But sometimes you have people. I mean, such as myself, I ain't always been able to be up in that situation and have money to buy somebody a drink.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I just do stuff because I haven't been able to do it in the past.
In your life.
Yeah, man, I do it, man. What? Shoot, when I first started becoming a man, I'd be sitting in the house and shoot, I might see Art got a birthday and shoot, I know Art like the Panthers. I might just go to the store and buy him a Panther hat.
Yeah.
Just that, you know, and the motive is just the strength of, I know that this is my heart, and I haven't always been able to
Do
have
it.
it to do it.
Exactly.
So
And
you
that's
know,
it.
so
That's
I might
it.
just want to do it. If
Yeah.
I'm out with my cousins or something, they know Blow was down bad before. Shoot, I might just say, hey, we turning up on Blow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it depends on the environment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I respect that too.
I do too.
If he buys the whole table and there's a woman there, it's okay. But if a woman is single,
Singled out.
then God forbid.
Oh, if the woman is singled out.
Well,
Yeah, well,
I mean, but
still that's questionable.
and it's still up to the woman whether she take it or not.
Exactly. If she don't take it, then that's a good thing.
Yeah, because if you do take it, you got to be willing to entertain that.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be willing to entertain.
Because if you go take the drink, then you know, whether you just have a friendly conversation or not, that's off limits.
That's absolutely. You know, so that is a question. That's the question of the day. I want to see some answers. We got some real good answers on here. You know, you can have pure motives, but I don't think so. In a lot of cases, you probably don't. In most cases, you don't. But it is some good pure motives that people do stuff. People like to do stuff for people in a lot of different situations.
Yeah. I bought the bar shots before. Sometimes you get generous while drinking.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get generous sometimes when you're drinking and stuff like that. You can get generous when you ain't drinking. It's just
Yeah,
all depends
exactly.
on how when God puts something on your heart. Listen, when God puts something on your heart, really, you ought to think about it. You ought, you know, even when I see people standing on the street corner, and everybody, I'm sure everybody that's watching this show is guilty of this. You'll see somebody standing on the corner and just all of a sudden something tell you, give to this person.
Give to that person.
And you give to them. Knowing now, let's be honest, bro. Now you know they ain't gonna get no food. They might have a food sign up.
Or you done rolled past so many others. And
Right.
This one time, it's just in your heart to do it.
Yeah, it's placed on your heart just to do it in that one particular instance, and you don't know why. You just gave at that particular time.
If a move isn't made, no one will ever meet up. It's up to the person if they entertain the gesture. I mean, you know, sometimes
Right.
it's just a gesture.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, exactly.
sometimes somebody might be 3-4 seats down and just be like, "Hey, just throw a hand up at you."
Yeah,
I mean,
Absolutely.
shoot, hey, I wouldn't say don't drink it.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
yep, do it all the time.
yeah.
It's the same thing, but you have to already know how your spouse will feel. Yeah,
Before doing so, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you got to take in the consideration their feelings and how they would feel.
You don't do for others and not do at home as well.
That's true. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
That's the problem we got with what's going on out here in this country right now.
Yeah.
Doing for others and they did at home.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
true.
biggest problem
That's
we got going on in this country. They're doing for everybody else except for the people that's already here. And we all feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a problem. It is a huge problem. Okay, Flo, we're going to let you get into the last of this segment.
Yeah, so you know, like I said, what we're talking about today, you know, are women too independent to be wives and mothers?
Yeah, they too independent, and believe it or not, like I said, I was listening to a show and a man was talking about how he harbored his feelings, and it was a lot of men that wasn't showing their feelings on how they felt because the woman basically was too independent. They was actually doing too much, to be frankly honest with you. And when they're doing too much, something goes lacking.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something goes lacking in that relationship.
I mean,
So-
the relationship is malfunctioning.
Yeah, absolutely.
If one or both participant is operating on being independent, then that shows that you have no trust or no interest in depending on the other person.
Right. And
At
you have
all.
to depend on the other person.
You
for
have
something.
to.
Right.
You have to. There ain't no need to be with me if you ain't gonna depend on me, or if you can't depend on me.
Well, Flo, what would happen if all you wanted to do was wash dishes and make up the bed? And, what would happen to anything else outside and maybe anything?
Yeah, you're right. Everything will fall apart.
It's going to fall apart because you're trying to do your woman's job. You trying to do the job, and the thing about it is both of y'all can't want to do the same
And
thing.
then that's another thing about that comment that was made earlier about 80% of the men, or what you say is 80% of the men. I follow any woman that allow a man to stay home all day and play daddy. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. To me, I don't see how you would allow that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see how you would allow that.
Yeah.
A grown man at the house, playing video games and watching the kids and cooking. And what is he doing? Cooking, washing
Right.
clothes and stuff while you at work.
Right.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Absolutely.
I think you might need to swap him out. I can say we are too independent. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's nothing wrong with being independent.
Exactly. You
can take it away.
turn it off. You got to know when to turn it off.
Whenever you need to be independent, be independent.
Right.
That's it.
Absolutely. You got to be independent. Y'all can call in at 704-449-6563. Call in at 704-449-6563 if you want to be on the air.
Yep.
Like and share the page. Put the cash app up, okay?
Yep.
That's the way we do that on this show.
When you're an independent woman, you take care of your house. You wash your dishes. You cook for yourself. You make sure your bills paid. Hey, when you're in a relationship with a man, you make sure the bills paid. You wash the dishes. You cook. Do the same thing.
Right.
Be independent in that sense. Know how to be independent.
I like that comment right there, Blow.
Which one?
That one right there.
This one.
Yeah.
All right, but I also feel we're slowly switching positions. Hey, but you know what?
That's the problem.
Yeah. But when we got 80% of the men out here doing what y'all say they doing, then because I'll be honest, I don't know nothing like that. I mean, myself, I believe they out there. I believe it's men that sit home and play video games all day and don't go out and do nothing. I believe that they exist.
Yeah.
I do.
You're right.
But I say shame on you for putting up with it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be all the way honest.
Right. Absolutely.
You don't have to put up with that.
Yeah.
But some women might like that. I'm gonna be honest. Some women might like, because I'm pretty sure in this situation right here,
in the switching.
In the situation right here, and
Yeah,
the switching,
in that
I'm pretty
switching,
sure you're still operating as full independent.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to never tuck yours away.
Yeah.
You operate in survival mode 100% of the time.
Yeah.
If the woman doesn't do it, more than likely it's not going.
Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe.
I don't believe that either.
Well,
it's just like, I'm gonna tell you, it's just like it is when a woman want a man to come and get his child or something, but it ain't done on her time. Yeah. That's what that's basically like. If a woman wants you to get the child and you say, I can't get him today, well, this is the only day you're gonna be able to see him. Well, then no, you're not gonna get the child because you already got something to do.
Yeah, and it'd be times where I might be in the house and shoot, I might just look and say, you know what, I need to wash a load of clothes. I mean, I just do that on the strip of it. I see it, let me do it. Yeah. I mean, and I don't feel like if I didn't do it, it wouldn't get done.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna eventually get done. Everything gets done.
Yeah, exactly. Get that one up. All right. See what we got.
You're right, Blow.
It goes both ways. Some women are too independent, not by choice, but because their husband is too dependent. Hey, that's how it be.
That is. That's
but
it.
That should not be your husband.
It shouldn't be. That's right.
I mean, boyfriend and girlfriend, I get that one.
Right.
But husband and wife, ain't nowhere in the world I done been up in no wedding with your family and my family in the presence of the God and the Lord. You know what I mean? And they ain't go put a ring on your finger, you put one on mine, and I ain't getting out here busting my butt to make sure that we good.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way. I can expect the boyfriend there because everybody have bad judgment.
Yeah.
From time to time.
I was I'm tired.
Me too. Yes, women can be two for it could be two for those
who don't know how to
just having a relationship when you're in one, for example, we both
know how to shoot.
Not expect me to handle it.
Yeah.
Yep. I know my role.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we talked about that earlier, gender roles. Kids have been taught in school in this last 10 years that there's no gender roles. Why do you think they're trying to take gender out of the picture?
Yeah.
They're trying to not even have a gender, not the less having a gender role. Everybody's got a role to play. Yeah. You got to know your role.
And in that situation right there, that's what I'm saying. Like when you got a woman, if there is a relationship out there, which I'm pretty sure there are, where a woman tries to be the man in the relationship and y'all in the bed at night and you hear a kick on the door or a pot fall out, Hey, if you want to be the man, then you need to go ahead and go in there and handle it. Because if I hear something, bam or boom, I'm getting up. I'm in there.
I'm going to check it out.
I'm going to check it out.
Absolutely.
That's my role to do that.
Yeah, exactly. You got to roll. Everybody's got a role and they got a position to play, but they got to know when to play it and how to play it.
Exactly.
You got to know how to turn off being independent. You got to know how to turn it back on when you got to.
If you're an independent woman and you laying in the bed and ain't nobody in that house, and you got to go check on what's going on in your house, then you got to do that.
Right.
But if you were an independent woman and you in the bed with your independent man and y'all together as a couple, you need to stay put.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you know.
Yes, the same.
Yeah, you know, that's the problem right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. The kids are affected. Okay. That affect if a woman is too independent, it affects her as being a wife, and it affects the kid, her as being a mother. And that's the fact. You know, you have to, yes, women can be too.
Yes, the woman.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, having a relationship. Exactly. We have to understand that. And I'm thinking the relationships will work better if everybody knows their role, their position. You got a position to play. If you're not playing that position, it's not going to work. If you're trying to play the other person's position, it's not going to work. What woman wants their man running around in high heels and a dress?
or acting like that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if a woman do give off, you know, trying to do too much in a relationship, I'm pretty sure you don't want the man to fall into your role.
Exactly.
You don't want that.
No. But that's what he winds up doing.
Well, like I said, I don't know where these jokers coming from. I'm gonna push her out the door. He's a good and like the door. I really love y'all shows educational with a little comedy. Hey, well, we just try to come on here and keep it 100.
Yeah, we sure do.
That's
man.
it. I mean, that's the only thing we can do. Keep it. And then, to be honest, man, sometimes we come up with topics and Art don't care. I'm gonna be honest, Art don't care. But I know what, man. Sometimes I don't be wanting to get out in the fire where a woman might think we trying to downplay women or talk about degrade women, but we just keeping it at 100.
Right.
We know what's going on out here in the world, man. We know if you in Charlotte, you see all these people getting knocked off every day, man. Young 14, 13-year-old kids shooting out, killing each other, man. All this stuff, this is where this stuff starts from right here.
Yeah.
Getting the man at the house, making the woman more independent.
Right.
Which ain't nothing wrong with a woman knowing how to be independent.
Right.
But when it comes to, you know, you being a wife, you have to know your role as a wife. It's just okay to know how to be independent.
Exactly.
But you have to also know how to depend on your mate.
Exactly.
You have to depend on the child of your kid, whether you like them or not.
Right.
Because something can happen to you at any time.
Right.
And then the world go raise them. Like I say, I have a problem with when women let anybody, their child, go to anybody else's house but the person that made them.
Yeah. You won't let them see that person, but they can see anybody else.
Man, the man at everybody's house.
Yeah. Well, like I say,
women roles are the most important, to be honest. Hey, and they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they are. But see, one thing about it, as a man, we don't even hold that. Man, me going to work every day, coming home, putting a check on the table, I don't think you can't throw that. Don't nobody throw that at they significant other. Who throw? What kind of real man throwing that at the woman? Ain't nobody throwing them at that. Like I say, it's just the little things we need.
Exactly.
That's it. That's just the little things.
That's what it is. It's the small things. You don't need them for nothing else.
The small things is more important than the big things.
Exactly.
Us going to work Monday through Friday, bringing the check home is not as big as the meals and the dang having our stuff folded and out, ready to go, washing the clothes, making sure the kids are.
That's the small thing.
That's
just the small thing.
That's the most important stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, because guess what that do, Blow? That keep the man going.
There are also some couples where one spouse is both roles and the other, and that's what I'm talking. But you know what? But that is the blame of the person. Exactly. Because if you independent and you know how to be independent, then you need to tell them to go on.
Yeah,
you can do that by yourself.
You can do that on your own.
You can do that on your own.
Exactly.
That's why I say there should be no man out here that's allowing that.
Exactly.
Come on, man. What kind of man? Ain't no way in the world I couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah, that's true.
You done been to work Monday through Friday. You done got the check. You know, I'm in here cooking, washing clothes,
fixing your lunch. You're doing that.
But you know, I hate to laugh at this because some people this their reality.
Yeah, I know.
But you shouldn't put up for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Put up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't put up for that at all. It is sad.
Yeah, it is.
It is
Absolutely.
sad. And it's going on.
It's going on right now out here. And that's what we're trying to bring to light. We're trying to get everybody to understand to play their role. Because if you leave it up to society, if you leave it up to the teachers, they're going to tell you it's no role. It's no gender roles. There's no roles to be played. And everybody is the same, which we know everybody's not the same.
No.
They are not the same, period, by far. But that's what's being taught. Why do you think our kids are like they are? Because they've been taught that nothing else matters. It's no genders. It's no this. It's none of that.
Yep.
I mean, but it is a role to play. They want to take the values that we once had and they want to destroy the values. That's what conservatism is all about. People get that misconstrued with, oh, you're a Republican because you're conservative. No, conservative values are the values of keeping the family structure and home together. That's what conservative value means for people that don't understand that. And they tearing that up and they tearing that apart. They taking the Bible, they're taking God out of everything. We know this stuff is not right.
No, we know this stuff not right. We know there ain't
Yes.
no way, you know, if you want to be a trans, that's on you.
Yeah.
But there ain't no reason why they should make Trans Visibility Day on Easter.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff that this is the party that we support, that our grandma and them supported.
Right.
And they morals and values don't align with ours.
Right, exactly. They don't align at all. And that's the problem. To you, everyone should get there. Well done.
If something happens to you, everyone should get their will done.
Oh yeah, they should get a will done. Absolutely. They
Yep.
should always have a will done. You know, and that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know, just play your position, man. Things work out better when everybody's in their role because they know how to strive. That complimentary person to you, really your significant other or your wife or whoever it is, they should be able to compliment you in a way till they almost know what you're thinking ahead of time.
Yep.
You know, and they should do that. They should be looking out for you.
If the man take care of that mate, treating them like somebody, doing their fair part of taking care of the home, see the reward that the man get. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. I agree with that 100%.
I do too. Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody has a part to play, and you got to play your role.
Yep.
If you get into somebody else's role, then it's not gonna work.
Nope.
It's like
And
bro
don't let
said,
nobody else into yours either.
No, don't let nobody get into your role. You press that role. Just like you said, bro, if a man is laying at home watching video games all day, that should not be accepted.
No, that shouldn't.
That should be accepted because now you just now went into somebody else's role.
We know government wants fathers, black fathers in particular, out the home. Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Well, they got them out the home.
They sure do.
They got them at the. I told you how bad it is. The mama have a baby by you and won't let you see him, but ain't got nobody else to watch him.
Yeah.
Or send him somewhere else, or call me and say, "Hey, can you watch the nephew today?" Oh, why you can't send him over there to his daddy?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Send him to his daddy, because
Absolutely.
something can always happen to you.
Exactly. Something that can always happen.
Something gonna happen to you one day. It ain't even something good. Something is gonna happen to you one day.
Well, that's the part of what that boy is missing. Now, who are you sending this person to, and what are they teaching?
Yep.
See, a young man is going to learn something from somebody. I don't care.
Wherever he goes.
Wherever he goes, it's going to be from something. It should be from his daddy.
Yep.
You go, my redneck boy. Spot on. Absolutely. That he going to learn it down the street. He going to go down the street to the block, and he going to say, I'm hanging with the fellas. That's who's going to teach this guy how to grow up.
Yep.
What is he going to grow up doing? Drinking or either selling drugs or something like that. That's what happens.
Standing at the stove.
Standing at the stove all day long. That's what they do. That's what they learn to do because ain't nobody at home telling them, look, you ain't going down that stove today. You going to work. You're going to get a job. That's what dad going to be telling them. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Or he going to be telling them, you getting up out of this house. Mom is not going to say that. Mom going to let them go down to the stove all day long, bro. That's what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, that's how I go. That is the problem. And that's one of the biggest problems. And that comes from being independent, too independent. Because now you ain't let the man have no say-so in that situation.
Man.
When you could have sent him to daddy and daddy would have gave him something. He ain't going to let him do anything.
Daddy go give him something. Daddy go give him something. Any real man go give him something.
Yeah, he going to give him a whole lot.
Yep.
He going to give him a whole lot to put up. He going to show him how to be a man. That's where you learn how to be a man at. Really, it's from your dad. When you don't get that at home, you go down and you get it. And most of the time you go down the street, them guys down there, they ain't got no daddy.
Yep.
So now all y'all are like, that's why you fit in so good down on the corner. Because probably all y'all down there ain't got no daddy at home telling you what to do, and that's how the corner become what it is.
Kids need us for the sternness and the mother for the nurturing.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be.
And no matter whether the mother and the daddy get along, the mama should always have respect for the daddy, so the child will know if he come across her, he gonna have a problem.
Yeah, well, when you have respect for the man, the kids have respect for the mother and the father. That's how that goes.
Yep.
Because they see her respecting him, and it's running through him, and it's a head to this thing. I'm telling you, if without a head, and the head of everybody should be God. Okay, and that comes down. And he said, he put it, man is the head over the household.
The president think the core problem is there shouldn't be a norm or how to date marriage telling us how to be with our spouse. It really is trial and error, learning from each other. Well, you know what? But the parameters is set.
Yeah, exactly. It's some guidelines to that thing.
Yeah, the parameters is set.
Yeah, you can't change that.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if you okay with going to work 50, 60 hours a week and the man staying at home cleaning up and doing that type of stuff, then I don't get it.
I don't get it either, because I don't even really know a man that's going to be too comfortable doing that. Because let's just put it out there like it is. Soon as she get mad, she kicking him out. That's why a man shouldn't be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
You know, because soon as she get mad at him doing that, she kicking him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's the other way around, the man probably ain't gonna kick the woman out.
No, probably ain't.
Exactly when my son get out of line, he don't want none of his father. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Look, when my mama would say, wait till your daddy get home, I start putting on clothes. I start being nice.
Home, yeah, you're right. Nothing when he see you emasculate. Yep.
Yeah. Emasculating him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. When mom say, well, I'm gonna tell your daddy, I start getting good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Just like that comment said, if you disrespecting the man, wait till your daddy get home. Don't mean nothing.
It sure don't. It don't mean a blame thing.
Let him hurry up and get home. He can't do nothing with you. How you gonna do something with me?
Yeah, and you're gonna just disrespect him. And not only will he disrespect his dad, he would disrespect anybody else out there.
Yep.
If you find a guy that would disrespect his dad, it ain't nothing off limits at that point.
Nope.
Ain't nothing off limits. I'm telling you, ain't nothing off limits.
Because this is how it goes. The mama disrespect the daddy. The child disrespect the mama. If the bus driver, the teacher, anybody get on the child, the mama down there jumping on them.
Disrespecting them. Right.
And I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I don't understand this for the life of me. You'll protect the child from the daddy, but then protect the child, jump on the child's side against anybody that's trying to do something worth a dang on in his life.
Exactly.
I remember if I got in trouble on the bus,
oh boy,
I'm scared to get off the bus.
Yeah.
I know when I'm going to the house, I'm going to get a whooping.
My mom ain't going down there talking about no bus driver.
No.
What she saying is, what did I do?
Man,
she come down and say, what did you do?
All on Facebook, all on Instagram. They got on World Star. She done dragged the bus driver off the bus. She had to beat the wheels off the bus driver. Your child on there cussing, ain't listening, vaping, everything.
That's right. And then they go, and then you said you go on there like you got the best child in the world. No, that child was hard headed.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That thing, oh man, shoot.
Yeah,
man.
And so you can't do that. Now go out there and jump on the police. I mean, you'll jump on the police over your child. Yeah, that's your child, but you got to figure out what your child does.
Yep.
Yeah, or if they were doing anything.
When it comes to another adult, you sort that out. Your child ain't never right.
Exactly.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah.
My son ain't right. I don't know you from a can of paint. If you come to me and tell me what my son done, you know what? You right. I sort him out later.
Well, they'll be in school on their phone. Well, you shouldn't take their phone from them. What? You in school learning, not taking the phone. Well,
but that's the difference between a man and a woman.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be all the way honest. A man to say, why you ain't get a teacher your phone and he asked you for the phone?
Exactly.
The mama say, oh, well, I'm going to send a letter down there tomorrow and tell them if they lose the phone, they responsible.
Yeah, they talking about what the phone costs instead of getting on the kid about having it when they weren't supposed to.
Because at the end of the day, you're not thinking about it for how you should be thinking about it. If you're not listening to the teacher, they're thinking, who raised you? And the answer is me. And that ain't going to, no. You're going to get whooped up doing that. You can't do that. You got a whole bunch of teachers sitting around talking about your child, wanting to know who raised them, and the answer is you.
Yeah, exactly. Because why you think they just locked them parents up for their child's behavior.
Yep.
When they shot them, everybody seen that. They just locked up 2 parents behind their child
Yep.
because they know that they should have did something with that child.
Yep.
This stuff, this stuff is crazy.
Yeah, why would the teacher lie? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. That's it. Why would the teacher lie?
Yeah.
What? Did they got the belt out? Hey,
Yeah. But irregardless, your child should respect you enough to let you handle the teacher. Even if let's hypothetically say that the bus driver or the teacher was wrong. Hey, look here, child, don't you handle that. That's why you got me.
Yep.
Let me handle that. See, that's the difference. They will know who to come back to and tell them that. I need to be the one handling that, not the child.
My child act right by me, and when they act out with somebody else, I need every side of the story depending on the situation.
Absolutely. And a child is not going to give you the whole story.
No.
They're going to give you their story.
No.
And you go running down there with their story. You got to ascertain the whole truth. You don't let the child deal with the teacher. You don't let the child deal with the bus driver. I'm like, what is the kid fighting the bus
But
driver
everything
for?
is so soft these days.
Yo,
Back
man.
in your day, by the time the news get up there that you done did something, your ass already won.
By somebody down the street.
Yeah, down the street. Nowadays, ain't nobody even put their hands on your child. You down there trying to jump on them.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's crazy.
I mean, everything's soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, me and Art, we're going to continue to bring you more episodes just like this one. Between what I say, what he say, what's in the comments, what you think, the truth is in there
Somewhere.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You already know, man. It's been another good one.
Yeah, we thank everybody for joining in tonight. Hey, we appreciate all the comments. We appreciate all the interaction, man. We appreciate y'all throwing your cash apps up. You know, we're going to be here next week, the same place. You know, it's one thing for certain.
There's 2 things for sure.
We're going to tell the truth.
Because it's time.
It's time to tell the truth, and the truth hurts.
You already
Peace out.
know. I got your cash apps coming out right now.